Hello, darlings. How are you today? Just thought I'd come and grace you with my presence tonight. We're not going to the Jannah, but we are going crazy. We're going to have some fun. So I hope you're ready for some fun tonight. How are you doing tonight, my darlings? Yes, fabulousness, fabulous. And I was wondering if you could so kindly help me out by letting us know why I should come on with you guys tonight, just so ravishing in red. Please, please, just humor me and entertain me and let me know why I should be ravishing in red tonight. Whoever would know why that would be the case? Do we know why? Oh, Marilyn, that's awesome. Gail Designs, yes, my darling, yes. Yes, yes, my darling. We have information about Bling Fest 2025. So, if you know of someone who might be interested in attending our wonderful soiree, please reach out to them now and let them know that they really need to be here with us this evening so that they don't miss out on such vital information. And then they will not be a part of the in crowd with us because it is such an exclusive event that will be ravishing and red this year, darling. Dripping with jewels everywhere, darling. So please make sure you're paying very close attention because we really want to make sure only the best, only the elite, only will be there, only, darling. So I hope you're ready because I'm actually ready, my dear. And we're going to talk about that tonight. We're also going to have a little bit of fun tonight, my dears. Yes, we are. We are going to do some blinging tonight, and it's going to be custom blinging tonight. And this custom bling that we're going to be doing is a little bit of fun, my darling. And you, my dear, you can pick out whatever it is that you want to bling and make it your own as well. Let me show you. I'll give you a brief, really brief look, darling. Let me show you, my dears. So I did a little bit of shopping and I came across some wildly outlandish attire, my dears. So I thought these were super adorbs. These little ducky pants, yes, my dears. And I saw them, and my whole entire self was like, how fabulous would it be to do custom bling all over to match the decor on the ducky pants? Yes, yes, I know, my darling, I know. It takes some wild, outlandish uh, very creative minds to want to wear such attire, but that would be me. Yes, it would, my dears, because as you see, I love the rubber duckies, and I would love to wear some rubber ducky pants, and so that's why we have these. And I got them off of Amazon, my dears. I'll put the link in the description for you, so that to trouble your poor little heads with trying to figure that out. But we're gonna talk Bling Fest, and then we'll talk bling. But for the time being, my dears, let's have a sit down. I did not bring tea. Whoop, whoop. And I'm about to fall. All right, y'all. What's up? Hey, family. How y'all doing? The grandbaby had booby traps down here. He has markers everywhere. But it's all right. Hopefully, y'all had a good day. Hopefully, teacher teach you how to ducky. I sure will. Once I get the chair off my dress. It's a long dress. Rolly chairs and dresses don't go together. Hey, family. Yo, twin hooker. Yes, honey. Yes, you rhinestone rubber ducks. Sweet. Sweet. Voice changed early. I know, right? Hey, Marilyn. Welcome. How y'all doing tonight? So as you see, I wanted to be a little bit silly tonight. Not necessarily silly, but I did want to rise to the occasion because we are officially on with the Bling Fest. All papers have been signed and sealed. We have our chef in place already. We already have the menus, my dears. So I'm so super excited about it. We already have some really cool things that we're going to debut at the Bling Fest this year. We're going to add a couple of new activities to the Bling Fest this year. So I'm hoping that you would be just so loving and kind and come and join us for a really good time. Now, for those of you who are new here, I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty. And on this channel, we do a lot of different crafts. We do sublimation. We used to do DTF, Air Blue Moon. We'll throw some DTF in there. Lately, it's been crochet. We also like to do embroidery. We also like to dabble a little bit in some vinyl glitter, that is. I haven't done the puff yet, no worries. I also like my laser cutter. We do lasering, that type stuff over here as well. But our primary love over here of things that we've been doing a lot lately is rhinestones, right? And so with the rhinestones, one of the things that we found through the years is that a lot of times when we're doing rhinestoning, people have fun rhinestoning together or crafting together, actually, for the most part. So we decided to put together a little soiree, so to speak, which is the Bling Fest. And the Bling Fest, we've had 2 annual Bling Fest so far. We're going into our 3rd Bling Fest year. So I wanted to show you a little bit of information about the Bling Fest, where you can get your tickets for the Bling Fest, and answer any questions you may have about the Bling Fest. Meanwhile, while we're answering those questions, after I show you the website, the tickets, and then show you some other really brief information, we'll get into designing the rhinestone overlay for these, and then we'll continue to answer any questions about the Bling Fest. All right, so hopefully you guys have been doing great tonight. I've had a really good day, a really good weekend. I took some well-needed me time this weekend after we had our date night over at Patrice's channel, Craftable Things. If you haven't been over there, please go check her out. We were on her channel Friday night doing some crochet, and that was a lot of fun. So go look at that if you don't mind when we're done here. And so after that, I just decided to chill out and just do me. And that's pretty much what I did. I popped in on a couple of lives in the bushes and sat and listened in and spoke every so often. But for the most part, I was doing something for myself in the background. So I wasn't really talking too terribly much. Hey, Shabika. So that's what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see what we got going on here. So let's present the screen, share my screen, and then we'll go here. So Bling Fest tickets, when you get to our website, thebabiesbooty.store, this is the main page. This is the buy-in. All right. So the buy-in, thank you, Diane. The buy-in no longer closes. So if you want to purchase in the buy-in, you can. It just still is going to take about 30 days for you to get your order. But we order in bulk. We do still order in bulk. And then once we get the orders in, we put them with your order and we ship them out. So like this previous buy-in, which I've let you guys know that, thank you, Shamika. I let you guys know that the newer stones, there's a little bit of delay. It might be a little over 30 days. We try to get you right at the 30 days, if not earlier. But the ices were delayed because there's a shipping delay overseas. So, but they're definitely going to be shipped out, and we'll let you guys know if there's any other further delay than that. But at any rate, that's the buy-in. We also have hotfixfix.store, where if you purchase over there, those orders don't take 30 days. They're shipped out generally same day, depending upon what time you place the order. But here, as you see, here is the events tab. If you click there, here are our ticket options. So commonly people ask for an extra night, or they don't want to stay in the location that we use for the Bling Fest. So they may just want a Saturday ticket. Maybe they're local, for instance, and they want to drive in. And that's fine. They may get their Saturday ticket and decide they want to do dinner with us Friday night. That's what this one is. If you want the extra night stay, it's right here. And here is the Bling Fest ticket. So if you click there, the new thing this year is you pick your room, you pick whether or not you need handicap accessible, type if you have food allergies. If you have food allergies, please list out your food allergies. The chef needs to know that. And then here you can choose your Friday night dinner, and then your Saturday dinner, and then finally your shirt size, because everyone does get a shirt. As long as everything goes well, you get your shirt. So we also will have a photographer on site again this year. We also will have some videos taken again this year. So if you're going to attend, please make sure that you are video and photography ready. And then our theme on our dinner is red, as you can see with me wearing my gorgeous red tonight. So make sure if you do come to the dinner, you don't have to wear red, but it will make you feel a little bit left out if you don't have on red, because the vast majority of the people do wear the color, and it actually turns out gorgeous in our pictures. So hopefully that answers a few basic questions. If you have any other questions, you can pop them in the chat. First and foremost, welcome and thank you for being here. I have some star comments, and I did see where I need to ring the bell for definitely Tanyu. So hang on. Let's see if Ms. was talking about anything easy. All the Way Realty Group, hilarious. All the Way Realty, we definitely are not football Super Bowl folks around here. I usually, people ask me, oh, who are you rooting for? And my answer is always the team that cuts me a check. And that's that, because I'm not spending money on a team that doesn't know who the heck I am. So I don't really care too much for football and sports and stuff, as far as like who's going to win and all that stuff. I like to see sports and some cool plays and stuff like that, but I'm not a diehard, I like this team or that team person. So and Mr. McQuackins is kind of the same. He has his favorite teams or some teams that he does like, but he's not a Super Bowl watcher or not even really a game watcher. So we just find out about the scores later, and we're like, oh man, that sucks. Or we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. They won, or this person won. So that's pretty much how it goes around here. But Tanyu, she got a new baby, the pink We Create Business. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations, Tanyu, on your new baby. Hey, Stephanie Calloway. And really quick, I'll say hey to a few people. Patricia Johnson, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Hey, Donzel. Hey, Miss Jazzy G. Charles. Hey, MSD Designs, welcome. We also have Reba Phillips in the house. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Hey, Cheryl Green. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening. Miss Gail Designs is in the house, and she's a YouTube Hoop Group member. Welcome. Thank you for supporting our channel. D. Smith, welcome. And thank you for supporting our channel as well. You're a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you. We have Stacy Collins in the house. Welcome, my dear. Thank you for being here. DB, welcome. And thank you for being here as well. Denise Lewis, hi, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Hey, Addie, thank you for being here tonight. Mylene Smith, welcome. Kristen Cinti, welcome. Dennis Cheethan, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Precious Pieces, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We also have, let's see, scrolling. Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Spilling the Diversity. Hey, Miss Vera, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you being here. We also have, let's see, everybody was saying hey to each other. I love it. Hey, Knick Knack Nurse, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us this evening. We also have Robin S. Hey, Robin S, honey, welcome. Thank you for being here. Geneva Coleman, thank you for being here and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Terry Hunt, welcome and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Kelly Wyatt, welcome. Thank you for being here, Kelly. Hey, D. Baldwin, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Bonita Neely, welcome. Thank you for being here with us this evening. Hope you're doing great. Hey, SJ Braggs, welcome. Tell hubby I said hey. Give him a big hug, please. And thank you for being here with us this evening. Anna Smith is a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you, Anna. Then we have Martha Jordan. Hey, Miss Martha, welcome. Visionary Creations, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Then we also have, let's see, I'm going to wind this down. Marlene Kelsey, thank you for being a YouTube group member. I appreciate it. Marilyn Barber, welcome. Thank you for hanging out this evening. Mary Brown, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop group member. I appreciate you as well. Vanessa Bradfield, thank you so much for being a YouTube Hoop group member. Gina Goins, welcome. And then, hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Welcome. I started to see you a message earlier because I was like, I ain't heard from this heifer. I need to see how she doing. So I'll reach out. If I ain't too terribly worn slap out after the show, but I'll probably see your message. Miss Gail has been a member for 20 months. Y'all 20. Yes. So thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Thank y'all so much. I had fun finding something super cute to wear. I love this dress, actually. Y'all, the first dress I picked, though, you know how they say, "Ooh, she said yes to the dress." I said yes to the dress. Mr. McQuackins said, "Oh, heck no." And I'm adding the heck part because his face said it. His mouth didn't, but his face did. And I was like, okay, I'll put it back. And I had to put it back. He said that's a little bit too much flesh. Honey had to back out and everything. I was cute. All right, let me scroll down. Do I have any other bells to ring, Mr. McQuackins? I appreciate it. Let's say. Oh, okay. So really quickly as well, definitely check out the description, because in the description, hey Kevin, in the description, it will show you our latest designs from the Rhinestone Mechanic. The link is in the description. Please check out the Rhinestone Mechanic. He has some really awesome designs available for you guys this week, and his designs are on sale for you guys only for the first 24 hours. And then after 24 hours, the price goes up. But he also creates a mystery box for everyone in here, and that mystery box is always $2. So definitely check that out. Even though the other price may go up later, that mystery box is always going to be $2. So definitely check out if you want some really good quality rhinestone designs. Definitely check out his designs. It's super awesome. So Diane said that dress was girl, it wasn't the dress, it was the skin. Okay. Yeah, it was the skin. Child, he was like, there wasn't enough dress. No, Sheila, it wasn't in the back or in the front. I was cracking up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, I mean, I thought I was cute, but whatever. All right, so back to these pants. So I found two different pair that I thought were super duper cute, right? And so these are the ones I showed you. They're the duckies with the red hearts. I don't know why I saw this and I was like, I am not a pink person. And the fact it's got the green dots on it is like mind jarring to me. But the red heart. So let me know. Oh, I need to link these so that you guys will know where they are. Because I don't have the link to these in the chat. So let me check that out and get that for you guys. And let me know if I have to ring the bell for anything I might have overlooked. Here they are. So these are the ones that are right here. And let's grab that and put it in the, I can put it in the description. Let's see. These are pink ducky pants. Pink. Oh, actually, you guys, that's the other reason why I wanted to do these with you. These KY pants. No, these are actually leggings. These are actually like leggings, like yoga pants. Actually, yoga pants are soft. These are not soft. So these are kind of like just leggings for exercise or whatever. And then in addition to these, I also got these, which I really like these a lot. I like these, but more than I like those. Those are cute. These are like super cute because they got the cool ducky with the ducky shades on. I love these as well. And so these are the same. They're not elastic. They're like a spandex, a stretchy material. And that's a question that we get quite often. I see people are asking, hey, you know, can I put these on spandex or like a bathing suit or something like that? And so that's why I was like, you know what, let's do these. Let's go cool shades. Ducky. Leggings, LEGGINGS. So that y'all will have it in case you want some. Or, I mean, they have other designs. Matter of fact, the stream must be, oh God. You're not going to let me do it? I figured you weren't. Let me do it. Because I always mess up with that. I'm going to put them in the thing over here. So let's get out of that since you ain't going to let me do it. Okay. In lycra. Definitely like lycra. So that's what this material is. And it will be helpful to those that want to do, like I said, bathing suits or stretchy stuff. And I tell people all the time, yes, the rhinestones can go on that type of material because you see the gymnastics performers all the time, dancers, gymnastics, you know, like performing dancers, the girls and stuff like that. And so they wear the rhinestones on their leotards and stuff all the time. So yes, it can definitely go on here. But what I would do is I would do like a test area of the item that you're going to be putting the rhinestones on, and just to be sure that it can tolerate the heat. Okay. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute, but let me share screen so that you can see these pants. Let's see, share screen. I put the link in the description, so you may have to refresh the description. Thank you, Bridget Porter. You may have to refresh the YouTube page in order to see the in the description, but it's there now. So here's the ducky pants, but y'all look at all these pants these folks got. Like, you really could. Oh, look, see, like, where was it at? I just lost it. Not that one, that one. So like the little faces or even the Mardi Gras beads, you could bling the beads. You know what I'm saying? All of those beads down the front, you could do that. Let's see, mushrooms. You could probably do the hearts or a couple of heart, like a heart here, heart there with the crushed ice, which are the clear stones on this one. Froggies, like they got all kind of wacky. Oh gosh, I could do those green cactus. That would be super cute. So like you could totally find something with a design like this and then pick and choose what you want to add the bling onto, and then, you know, kind of create something unique if you wanted to, just to have some fun. That's if you are a over the top bling wearer like myself, because I do, when I'm feeling blingy, I want to bling and wear some bling. So that's definitely what I would do. Oh, another thing I'll mention, since Miss Faith mentioned, she said she hopes she can go. So we did choose to go ahead and get all of this information as soon as possible for you guys, so that you do have time for it. Also, we do Klarna as well. And I think you can go on the Afterpay. You can use Afterpay. You can use PayPal Pay in 4. We have several customers who do that. And if I'm not mistaken, you know, look, because I have used what's the name of it? I've used, what's these folks' names? Because they Affirm. Thank you, sir. Because they've come in. Affirm has come in clutch for me. I don't know how many times. So I think you can use Affirm with whatever you want, as long as, you know, you got a decent account with them. So you may want to check them out. because sometimes they'll give you, these companies are giving people cards now, where you can actually use, like this one, Affirm card for your next purchase. Get the Affirm card and you get a free physical card to use in stores. So it's like you can, even though my site doesn't have Affirm tied to it, if you got a good, an account with them, sometimes you can use that, and that'll help you out make payments on different things. But yeah, there's some options that are available for that right there. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to scan this in. And oh, thank you, Nicole Reeves. And I am going to pick parts of this, either this one or both, if we have time. And bling the front of them. So my question to y'all is, I want to see what y'all thoughts are. So looking at these, what parts would you bling? I know what the mister said, and I was like, ooh. But what part would you bling on these if you were to bling? Because so a couple of tips, right? Number one, so figure out what you like. If the more bling is better, then find a bigger section. If you're like a little touch of bling just to mess with people and be like, "Ooh, did I see rhinestones?" Then a smaller section. So do that. Also the front of them only. Okay, especially if you have fibromyalgia, like I do. So you don't want to be sitting on rhinestones or rubbing the backs of your legs, and it could be irritating to you to feel that through the pants. So the front is usually what I would bling on stuff like this. I would not bling the back. On skirts, you possibly could get away with that, but on pants where they're constantly touching against the back side of your legs and stuff, unless you are, tough as nails, you can go for it. But I'm only going to be blinging the front of these pants because these are definitely for me. Danny says the Affirm card is tricky because you still have to go to the site or after you've made the purchase, set up the payment plan. Otherwise, you could get charged. Okay, thank you for letting us know that. Because, girl, who wants to get charged in full when you ain't expecting it? Hearts. Renee said hearts in the outline. I didn't think of the outline. Sheila. That's cute. He was like bling the duck, and I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of duck. That's a lot of ducks. So I was gonna do the hearts, me personally, or the ducky beaks. I wasn't sure. I didn't think of the outline though. That was a good idea. So what I was going to do, or what I like to do, is the eye and the bill. I thought about the eye, but because the eye has the little white dot in it, that's why I was like, I don't know. But what I like to do whenever I'm doing custom stuff like this, and I know it's going to go for this, I like to scan it in and use the scan as my template, so to speak, so that I'll know the exact size that I need to make my designs that overlay what's on this. Because otherwise, like Mrs. Barbara Berkman, she would hand place her stones over the top of stuff. And that's a way to do it as well. Not my way to do it, because I don't have the patience to go through and do that on, anything really. But yeah, so we'll scan this here in a sec, and then we'll get it scanned and bling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the polka dots, I thought of the polka dots, but it's a heck of a lot more polka dots than it is now. If they were smaller, you could, well, maybe not. Hold on, Dennis. Hold on that thought. Hold on to that thought. This is SS10. Yeah, this is SS10. So SS10, if you had access to larger stones, we actually don't source the larger stones. But if you had access to larger stones, you could do that. You could do like a SS20 maybe and put it on that, because this is, I don't know, can you see? You can't see that. You can barely see that. See how that little teeny, there you go. See how the SS10 is like smack dab in the middle of that, and there's plenty of room to spare. I would find like a SS20 to put in there, and you could definitely do that. I'm trying to think, do I have any 20s? because I used to buy the other sizes, and I do have some SS16s, I know, but I don't know if I have SS20s. Let's see, what size is this? This is SS. This is probably SS20. Is it still too big? Still not big enough. Still not big enough. This is an SS20. That's not big enough. So actually, this would probably be a SS30. Is what size these dots are. So maybe not on the dots. Could do a random polka dots bling around it up. That's what D-Ball and that's what Sheila Cushionberry said. All right, so first things first, let's scan this sucker in. And since we just need one spot and we can get one duck, one heart, and some dots just to be able to, so I don't have to like bling a whole big old section of this. I already have my silhouette up. So let's open up our Epson scanner because I have a Epson ET4810 sitting over here that I use as a regular printer, even though I don't use it hardly ever, but I definitely use it for this scanning purposes. So I'm just gonna lay this pair of pens as flat as possible on the scanner and hopefully get enough of a duck and a heart to be able to do this project. Okay. And it's kind of hard to do that when you have junk all over your floor. Yeah. All right. So let's scan this PDF. I don't want to do PDF. I'm going to do PNG. Hey, Sandra. Oh, oops. Nope, I don't have it on the document. Feeder is on the glass. And so let's scan. And then we'll see how it goes. Bling the hearts and the duck outline on a few ducks. Yeah, definitely good. I'm gonna look at the outline though. We'll see how it does once I get the scan in. And once we get the scan in, I'll be able to know for sure. All right. Let me see. And then once I get the picture and make sure it's in there good. Oh, come on, fam. Is this the picture? Let me look at it, y'all, because it looked like it came in wrinkled or creased. Well, I got a good heart. I just don't have a good duck. Let me show y'all what I got. I think I'm going to scan it again because I don't like this. Let's show you guys. Share screen, entire screen, boom. Momo Girl 31. Thank you for becoming a new member. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. So you see how it's in there, but it's kind of like, yeah, nope. So let's do this again. Sorry, y'all. Let's straighten it up. Flatten it out. And hopefully this time, I'm going to center it a little bit more. Hopefully this time it'll scan better. Oh, yeah, Miss Addie. I definitely scan. I love scanning in stuff because it helps. It helps a lot, actually. So let's grab this. Let's scan it again. And this time we should be good. A matter of fact, Miss Addie, Lori with My File Addiction is the name of her website. She taught me to use the scanner and scan in stuff to create the rhinestone overlays because I had my cheer team was wanting to do that much better. My cheer team was wanting to have a custom overlay on something. And I was like, bro, how am I going to do this? And she was like, oh, just scan it in. I was like, bro, who would have thought of that? So that's where that came from. I didn't come up with that myself. Okay, so let's merge in. Let's do, what's that? That was on the documents. Image. What's today? Today is the 9th. 29. Here we go. Boop. Okay, so here we are. And what I want to do is to be 100% sure that we're on the right track. I do have a couple of things that I'll do. So let me pull these down to keep me from having to get up again. So let me drop this down for a minute. Close that out. Let's do this. So now that I have it scanned in, you saw it came in a little picture, and that's a 12 by 12, and that could have been right. I shouldn't have moved it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit the back button so that I can put it back to the size that it was. But that printer is an 8.5 by 11. The largest it'll do is 8 by 14, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if it's going to scan in the actual size of this or not, right? So all of these ducks looks to be about the same size. And if I had been paying attention like I should have been under other circumstances, I would have measured before. I would have measured an area and made sure that that's the area that I scanned in. So let's do it this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure a duck, because all of these ducks are the same size. And I'm going to measure a duck, and then I'm going to make a box the same size as the duck and make sure that our image is the right size. Hopefully that's going to make sense. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So here's my measuring tape right here. And this is, I'm doing inches because, you know, America, and wasn't taught anything else. So what I'm going to do is, here's one duck. All of the ducks are the same size, right? And so I'm just going to go from the widest part of the duck and measure. So I'm going to lay this tape measure down and go all the way across. And I'm just getting a rough estimate, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be completely accurate. You want it as close to accurate as you can, but we want to get close, okay? So this is like 3 1/4, almost 3.5 inches. If it was laid flat, it might be right there at 3.5. You see that? Let me go to his belly. Let me go to his belly. So his belly is still not 3.5. That's about like 3 1/4. Okay, so let's see if we can't get 3 1/4, right? And get kind of close to what we're doing. So let me share screen again. I know metric. I know it, but I don't know it. Does that make sense? Like, I know how to use it, but I'm not proficient at it. So what do we say? 3 1/4, right? So I'm going to draw a box, and I'm just mainly looking for a width here. So I drew a box, and notice this box is 4.099 wide. I'm actually going to make this, instead of 4.099, I'm going to do 3 1/4, 3.25. So this duck right here and that duck should be this wide. That's what I'm going for. So notice how that box is way bigger than that duck. You see that in this one too? He's way bigger. So let's drag this out to where this box is roughly the width. And that's almost spot on. That's crazy. Go me. So this almost spot on the width of that duck. I don't know how well you can see that red box. So let's make this black, maybe? No, black may clash with it. So let's do this duck. That duck is a little bigger. Let's see. Yeah, that duck's a little bit bigger. Let's see. So let's see, from his tail to his front. Yep, nope. So this duck is a little bit bigger. So we're going to have to be careful. So it would be better to do a heart on this because the sizes are different. So let's go back to our pants. I know, Addie, right? Let's go back to our pants, and I'm going to measure a heart this time. Let's see how wide this heart is. And it's easier for me to lay it flat for a heart. This heart is, see, metric would have been much better on this. 1 inch and not quite 1/4. 1/8? 1 inch and 1/8. What is 1/8, Mr. McQuackins? I don't know. All right, so that would be 1 point. What's an eighth? Who knows what an eighth is? He didn't answer me. Off topic, but this is like some patterns that say make sure square 1.25. Thank you, Enduring Heart. Some patterns say make sure 1 square measures an inch before printing. Yes, I agree. But I don't know how to do that on something that we ain't even fooling with. So let's move this over, and boom, the heart is that wide. 1 point. It was like 1 1/8, and that's where we are with this heart. So we should be good at this size, having the picture at this size, because this is the width of the heart. Let's check this one. Yep, that heart is the same as well. So we should be good. If I wanted to, I could check the height of the heart as well, just to be sure that the box is going to fit that heart all the way. And it looks like it's 1/8, 1 1/8 as well. So hold on. Let's unlock this. 1.125, 1.125. All right. All right, so let's see if the heart fits. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. So this is the right size of the picture. So if we drug it out bigger, see that heart doesn't fit. So this picture is too big. So when we make a bling design overlay, this is not going to work because it's too big. So let's hit back button, and boom, there we go. All right, so now that we have our picture and we know that the size is really close, 1/8. Sheila Cushionberry, you getting a little bit too into the math aspect of it that I know nothing about. So we're gonna not do that. Not at all. Not today. Not today, Zerg. Okay, so all I did was rotate it so that the hearts and the ducks are right side up like I want them to be. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this heart. Make my life so much easier. Now, I could use these line drawing tools, or I could put a heart shape on here and try and get it to be the same size. Let's see. But that's not always going to be the case with every, with every item that you're trying to match on an outfit. So you see the wings of the heart is too big. So that's not going to work. But what we can do is we can trace. All right. So I'm going to duplicate this because, things happen. And then we're going to grab this over here on the right hand side, open the trace panel. To me, it's on the right hand side and it looks like a piece of toast to me. So I'm going to click that and then select my trace area, or I can trace by color. You can choose either one, whichever one works the best. Let's try trace by color and show you what that looks like. So all I did was click the eyedropper tool and trace by color. And then I'm going to click on the red. So you see it filled in that red, single area or all areas. But look, it thinks that the duck bill is red too, and it's not. But we're fine with just one area because one heart is going to be good enough for us with this particular instance. All right. And so the tolerance is 2.0, even though I could have done all areas and then broke this up and just kept the one that I wanted. You know what? I might do this anyway. Let's do trace. And the reason why I said that is because if I wanted to do the duck bill, see, I got duck bills now. Whereas before I didn't have a duck bill. And so what I would do in that instance is I would grab all of this and then I would right click and I would release compound path. And so now each one of these are separate and I can take this extra stuff off. I don't want that duck bill. I don't want that heart or that duck bill. I don't want this stuff down here. Boom. Let's take that off. And that's a duck bill. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to delete that one. So now I have a duck bill that I can use on different duckies, and I also have a heart. And so now what I can do is bling this. So let's keep this. I'm going to group it because we're going to come back to it. And I'm going to move this down off to the side. So let's do this again. And the only reason why I'm going back over this is to show you the different ways to get this done. Okay. So let's go back to trace by color and let's click on trace by color so that it's dark and we know that it's selected. And I'm going to grab that heart again. Oh, you know what? And I meant to tell you guys that my internet has been real retarded today. Well, I shouldn't say retarded. Has been really aggravating today. So it may go out. If it does, I apologize. All right. So let's grab this again, trace by color. And it's not wanting to get the red. Sometimes, oh, there we go. Sorry. All right. So single area instead of all areas. I'm doing a single area. And then move the tolerance. So you see how it says tolerance? And it was starting to select everything. So the tolerance is it's picking that specific color that we clicked on. And it's saying, you know what, I'll tolerate a little bit more than that color. You can go, you know, some other shades of red. That's what tolerance is for. If you want it to be that exact color, then that's where you bring it down even darker, and you see it gets fuzzier the further down, because pictures are pixelated and the different pixels usually have different, not tones, shades to them, right? So we're going to increase the tolerance, and there we have our heart, and I'm going to trace that so that I have my heart, and boom, there's that one. So just to show you, you can do it that way. So let's go back, and this time instead of trace by color, we're going to go to the magnifying glass, because this is my least favorite one, but if I have to do it, I will. So this is magnet trace, just to show you how this works. And then here's your size of the magnet. So you see how big this circle is and how, you know, big the dot is. So you can make this smaller. See how now it's teeny? Or you can make it way big so that you can definitely trace a bigger area faster. So we're going to go this back down a little bit. And then I'm going to zoom in so that you can see this better. All right. And so this is magnet trace, and it says start magnet trace. Click on a point to begin it. And then the green trace line will follow the borders it finds within the magnet circle. Then click and drag to create straight lines over problem areas of your image, and then right click to rewind your straight line, your magnet line. So we're going to start right here at the edge and see how, I don't know that you can see that very well. Let me try up here because you can see it better on this circle. See how it's that red dot is like being magnetized to the edge? That helps you trace nice and straight, for lack of better words, because otherwise, most of us, when we're using and we're drawing on a computer, like for instance, if someone says, hey, you know, what's the name of that thing? DocuSign. And they're like, sign your name to this document, right? And they send it to you in an email, and they want you to use your computer to sign this document. And most of us either have a mouse, or in my instance, our family uses trackballs. Either way, it's not a pen. So when you're trying to sign with a mouse or whatever, it's the struggle. You cannot get it right. Whereas you have some artists who are really into drawing and stuff like that, and they may have a bamboo pen, is what I'm pretty sure the name of it is. It's called bamboo, or a Wacom tablet, or I have Artispire, I think is the name of it, where it's a big screen that's basically a touch screen, and it has a pen that's made specifically for that screen, and you can draw on it. I had it when I got the doodler from John Deere, and you can draw on the screen. So if you have a pen, you can actually take your time and trace and do really well. We ain't got that. All we got is our trackballs and our mice, right? So in order to do that, that's where this the magnet thingy helps you out and makes it easier for you to get it right on point, even if you know, kind of shaky in the hands or whatever. So you can draw and get it to do what it's got to do, even though that didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Let's do magnet trace. Let's do, so you click, and then you click, and then you can click and draw around, and then boom, and there you got your circle. It's kind of rough looking, but once you do the actual trace, you know, you can still use it as an SVG, and then we do trace, and there's your SVG thing. So let's do the heart. It was harder to see it, so that's why I did the green dot. But we're gonna go here, and you see how the magnet is, see how I moved over and it went over, but you know, it's not perfect, but it can be done. And you can clean this up. The method of cleaning this up is a whole fool. I could go through it briefly. Let's go in a little bit more so that I can show you briefly how cleaning this up would work. So you see this here up on the upper on the left hand toolbar over here. Grab the edit points section and look, see how it turned into a whole bunch of little squares. Okay, so all of these squares in here are wrong. I don't want those squares. So we're going to select the square and then hit delete and get rid of that square. And you see how by getting rid of that square, it kind of snaps, takes these away. I'm hitting delete on my keyboard, by the way. And see, now it took all of that away. You see that? Same down here. We're going to click a square. Let me get you in closer. See, let's take this one away. Bloop, delete, 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 delete. And I can just hit delete on the keyboard and it'll just start deleting all of them in the row that it added them. And then let's click this one. Boop. And there, holler. Okay. So see, it's kind of neat how that works and how you can, you know, work with these points in this program to get stuff to do like you want. Or, you know, shoot, you might like that. And you say, you know what, I want that heart to stretch out this way. That's how you can add, you know, the little triangle at the bottom of the heart that you were looking for, you know, by doing the edit points. So that's how you can clean that up. But that's not why we were here. We weren't here for that lesson. So let's exit out of that. And let's back up, come back out some. And that was out too terribly much. And then we'll just hit delete because that was the magnet trace. And then, of course, you can do select trace area. So if you do select trace area, you would click on select trace area, and then you would draw a square around what you want to trace. And it kind of figures out what you want. Okay. And then threshold is this kind of the same as tolerance. You move this to make it fill in, you know, where you want it to trace. And then you hit trace, and there you got your heart. Okay. How do you bring the line down to the dot on the top crease? How do you bring the line down to the dot on the top crease? Which was it on the magnet trace, Sheila? Was it on the magnet trace of the heart? I'm trying to make sure I understand you. Okay, so when I was doing the magnet trace, let's back up. Okay, so this one, how do you bring the line down to the dot on the top of the crease? Which line? This one? How I was moving these around? Like how I did the triangle at the bottom of the heart? Is that what you're asking? Let's zoom in. Oh, you talking about up here? The top of that part? Yes, on the top part of the heart, there's a dot, but the line is above it. Smooth it out. So Okay, so this line that you're seeing, that little itty bitty, let me zoom in a little bit more. Are you talking about that line? The little teeny line? If you're talking about that little teeny line, well, I mean, actually, let's just show you this part. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. So in order to move any of these lines, you just select the square that you want to move. Yes, that line. Okay. So you just move it. Now you see a little teeny diamond with a line through it. That's just letting you know that right now what your cursor is doing is it's editing a point. That's so that you know what you got, what you're doing with the program. But if notice, if I hold down my space bar, see it turns into a hand. That's letting me know that now I can click and drag anywhere on here to move stuff around. But when I let go, it's going to turn back to that line once I get near a point to let me know that I'm in the point editing thing. But once the squares are nodes, that is absolutely correct. So you can just click on whatever node it is and move it to however you want. So if, say for instance, up here at the top, I want this to come down a little bit more, I'll grab this node because number one, that node is way in the wrong place. And then I'll just bring my heart and shape it down, you know, see? Just move it and shape it kind of how you want, so that it's not a plunging neckline like the first dress I had on tonight. So that's how you click the nodes that you want to move, and you move them however you want to move them. And that's how you get it to move. If that's, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now smoothing it out, Sherry mixing, haven't gotten to that part yet. I've done it accidentally, but to know how to get it to smooth out, I haven't mastered that at all yet. So I don't know how to get it to smooth out, but what I'll show you is, so here's, oh, you know what, hold on, let's take that off. Let's move this. Let's move this down. Okay. So say for instance, this is the heart and it's not smoothed out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I get it to smooth, or how I get it to, didn't think to just pull down. Yeah. You, there is a smoothing link. I didn't know where it was, but I'm going to show you how I tripped up and found it. So here's the heart, and this is the size of the heart that we're going to bling. Remember? So let me bring a thing over and make sure. Perfect. So that's great. So now that I know this is right, now I'm going to go to my rhinestone. No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm going to go to the offset, because under the point editing menu, click on simplify. Dennis, when I tried that, it didn't work. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to do this because I'm going to try that. Anyways, I'm going to try that in a sec. So here's the heart that we traced. Let's go to offset. So usually when I do a rhinestone design like this, and I've traced the image that I want the rhinestones to be on, if I were to rhinestone this like it is, this center line, the outline is going to be the center of the rhinestone. So when I put the rhinestones over the top of this, the rhinestones are going to be hanging off the heart. I don't want that. I want the rhinestones to fit inside the heart. So what I'm going to do is do like a little inset or internal offset of this heart shape, so that I can get the rhinestones to fit on the inside. So when I do an internal offset, it says 0.125. Let me move this out the way. Ooh, Jesus. It looks horrible. But that's because it's to the inside. Let me make that a different, size. Hold on, y'all. So we're going to internal offset. I don't want 125. I want 0.085. Okay, so that's it's still tragic. But that's what I do, and get it to do what I need it to do. And so as you see, these are SS10 stones at 0.39. To me, that's a little too big. And it had an extra line there. So that's why it's got that extra in there. But let's fill it in. Let's bring this over. Okay, so let me grab these and I'm going to fill them in with black so that you can see them easier. And let's grab, I don't know why that extra booger is back there, but I'm going to change that here in a sec. So now when I bring it back, when I create this template, now I have all my hearts where they need to be. I mean, my stones over the heart where I want them. And so now I can cut this template out and I can bling as many of these hearts as I want, put them on all of the hearts on these pants, and they will fit because I made it specific to the actual design that's on the pants. And I scanned them in so I know it's going to fit, right? So what if, say for instance, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. I'm just hitting the back button. Okay. So there's my heart. Actually, let's duplicate this because I did not want to have to do all that back and back and back. And now we're going to go with SS6. And we're going to fill it in SS6. And so that's a little bit more filled in. I can move some of these. I can break this up and move some of these squares and get it to fit a little bit better. But there is my SS6. Let's take that off and then move this over. And so now I have SS6. And then this one was SS10. And let's turn these black. Boom. Boom. So now I have two different templates for this exact same pair of pants. So actually I could do, you know, a few of the hearts in SS6 and some of the hearts in SS10 if I wanted to, because I have both template sizes here. Okay. So hopefully that made sense for y'all on how you can use this to, with your scanner, to make a template that would work with any pair. Like if I were to buy them again, buy another pair, I know I have the template to go with this. Okay. So let's look at the ducky real quick. We're going to trace by color and I'm going to trace the black. And then let's do the single area. Let's see. Is it going? Nope. It ain't wanting to do that. So then I'm going to do magnet trace. Let's cancel that out. Let's do magnet trace. Because sometimes magnet trace works better when it is not acting right for the other option. So let's click there. What happened? Oh. It's magnet trace. Nope, that ain't what I wanted to do. There we go. Whoops. Look there. See, because I'm using my trackball, it's wonky when it should be tracing that black without any issues, but it wants to be a pain in the patootie. Boop. Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in and zoom out, Eve. We're going to move this over. And so I'm going to edit my points and we're going to bring this down. And if I can, for the life of me, figure out how to be able to pick more than one, I wish I could drag and select, but if I go to drag, it kind of takes me out of it and it does the what's the face. Okay, so let's move this and ducky butt we want up there. Want that up there. What time is it? 10 o'clock. We're running out of time. There, there, and there. And then we'll move this over. Boom. It's good enough. And then we're going to move this here. Boom. Just like that. And then we're going to move that down. Now I'm going to delete that, and do that there. And then Actually, let's do that. Delete, 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 delete. Do that. Let's move this down. That's good enough. Move that. And then I'm going to do what Dennis suggested and do the trace. Here's that. Let's move this down. Let's delete this. Delete, 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 delete on the keyboard. And let's scroll down and we're done. So now I'm going to hit trace. And let's move this over. Let's zoom out. Move this. And there's our ducky. He's so cute. I like the ducky. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Let's take that and delete. Okay, so here's our ducky. And remember, if I were to bling this just like it is, I was on the outer edge. I don't want it on the outer edge. I kind of do want it to fit as much as possible within the line of it. So I'm going to do an internal offset again. Oh, wait a minute. What did Dennis tell me to do? Point editing menu, click simplify. Point editing menu. Is this simplify? Boom. Look at Dennis. Look at Dennis. Okay. And so we're going to grab this ducky and I'm going to do an internal offset. And 0.85 is a little not enough. So I'm going to do 45. And that's kind of where I want it to be, right? And so now let's move the bigger duck. Here's the inner duck. And let's go to our rhinestone panel and let's do outline. And then let's do, I'm going to do it in white so that you can see it better. Even though it just disappeared, let's leave a red outline on there. And now let's move the duck back and look, boom. Now what I probably will do, me myself personally, is I would take these around his beak off and leave these as black and outline all the duckies in black. Okay. So hopefully this helped those of you who are interested in scanning in something and tracing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, I'm going to cut this out and these two hearts out so that we'll have some templates, and then we'll bling a couple of these to show you how it blings on the pants. 0.05 for her spacing. You can. I think the smallest I've gone with spacing is like 0.13, but it kind of depends. So with the spacing, let me show you. Let's show you that actually. This is the right one. That's that one. That's the outside. Let's look at this one. That's the outside as well. So let's do offset. We're going to go back up to 85, which is where that offset was. And because I like that offset for the heart. Okay. So this is what we're dealing with. So let's go bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. So here are hearts. And let's zoom back in. And then I got to get this ready to cut. It don't take my thing long to cut. So here's one heart. And we're going to go SS10. And I have a spacing of 0.015. Okay. 0.015. So let's fill that in. And this is SS10, right? And this is a spacing of 0.015. So that looks okay. And now let's go with this one. I'm going to fill that one in. And let's do, say for instance, I don't like how there's space here, there's space there, there's space here. You know, I kind of want it a little more uniform. So we're going to, what I generally do is I'll change this to a 14. See how it looks. It didn't change much. Let's change it to a 13. That didn't change much. Let's go with a 12. See how it kind of shifted it a little bit, but it left a space right here. So 12, I think, is too small. So let's go with a 16. 16, and that don't look too bad. You know, whatever. Let's go with, I'm going to go 18. See how it shifts them a little bit here and there? So you can kind of like play with it. That's 25. 25 doesn't look too bad. But notice, so what you're changing is the spacing in between the stones. So see, look at how much space is in between these two neighbor stones and these two neighbor stones. You see that? You don't want to put this so small, the spacing in between these so small that when you cut your flock and you try to peel your flock, it just peels everything and it turns into a big glob, a big opening, because your stones are too tight or too close together. But that's how you can use the spacing to kind of fill in a heart, or fill in a heart, fill in a shape if it's not fitting really nice or looking nice and smooth the way you want to. Because alternatively, what I would do is release all of them and then sit here and just move these jokers around by hand, which you can do that too. But the program is pretty intuitive on making sure that the spacing is what it needs to be to make sure that everything fits. But sometimes as you sit here and play and move stones around, sometimes you can get it to look a little bit better. But for me, I kind of let the program do its thing because, math. And sometimes math works a lot better when you let the computer do the math. But as you see, by moving those stones around a little bit, I'm able to fit one more stone in there to give it a little bit more, a little bit more fill in. And I did that myself by just shifting stones around. So that actually looks really good to me. But I'm just saying, so you could do it that way. But that's where your spacing comes in. And like I said, I generally don't go less than 0.13, 0.013. But, desperate times can call for desperate measures sometimes. Okay. So let's pull this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these that I have up there. And I'm going to cut these out. And I'm going to release these. All right, and do the same thing for these. That's only, let's see, did I say 28 stones? Yep, 28 stones for that. And then the SS6 it went away. Oh, 43 stones in that. And then in this one, it is 77 stones. So let's take all of this and delete all of this. And I'm going to make sure everything is gone. Yep, everything but the ducky and the two hearts. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's ungroup this, actually. And let's take this off. I don't want the beak. Will you duplicate and flip ducks? I can. But duplicating and flipping them, I would do it if I needed to. Because all of these ducks, yep, you do need to flip them. There you go. I wasn't even paying that no attention. So let's duplicate it. I'm gonna hold down Alt on my keyboard, which is on Windows. It's right beside the space bar. And I'm just gonna drag and make a whole nother one. And let's flip this joker, flip it up, smack it, rub it down. So we're gonna mirror horizontally. So there's our two ducks. Thank you very much, Carrie Crafts, because I was not paying none of that no attention. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of this. Let's group that. And do that. Group that. Whoops. Bloop. Do that. Make this a compound path. And the reason I'm making these a compound path is what it'll do is take all of these and combine them into one so that it shows up as one unit, not as 77. It'll show up as one. So now I have 4 objects on my thing. I'm going to group that, and then I'm going to save this. Save selection, save to hard drive, and I'm going to save this as duckies. Ducky heart. Now that's just for that pair of pants, right? So I have the other pair of pants, and oh, you know what? I deleted that. Let's to undo, delete, because that had the beak. And so at some point I can come back and do the beak. But for right now, I just saved it. Okay, so I'm going to open up my cutting software for my Graphtech. And the Graphtech has the Graphtech Studio. And let me see if it'll let me bring it over to this page. New version. Let's cancel it because I could care less right now. Boom. Okay, so this is Graphtech Studio, and it looks just like Sure Cuts a Lot. Works just like Sure Cuts a Lot. So, you know, it's good. The only thing is it has some glitches, probably because I'm not doing the updated. There's an update, and I just haven't done it because I didn't feel like doing it. And sometimes it'll glitch and shut down automatically on me. So, you know, hopefully that won't happen. So let's do merge, and I'm gonna merge in, let's see, was that not in my downloads folder? Hold on. Where did she go? Cotton Eye Joe. Save selection. Save to hard drive. SVG. Oh, it's in documents. That's why. That sucks. Ducky. All right. So now let's go back here. Let's merge. And there it is. Bloop. And there we go. So I'm also going to go one step further, and I'm going to put a square or weeding box around this because that keeps me from having to cut across a whole sheet of flock. And I can just, you know, cut out the one square, and, you know, it makes it easier for me to weed the flock that way. Okay. So there we go. And I'm going to hit this up here up at the top, and that opens up a print panel, which is over here. Let me drag it over so that you can see it. Here's my print panel for my Graphtech. You see the little Graphtech picture. And then I'm going to hit output, and it's going to start being a little loud over here on the right hand side. And so we're going to cut that out. Oh, the Eagles one. Okay, cool. So yes, that's how we're doing it. And thank y'all for coming to hang out with me, even though it's Super Bowl Sunday. Whoops. And folks, I'm sure, are enjoying their Super Bowl, but I figure we just do something a little simple, not anything over the top. Because my main goal was to let you guys know about Bling Fest. Hey, Uni. Let you guys know about Bling Fest, and you know that the tickets are now available on our website. We have our location. I'm super excited about it. We got some new stuff that we're going to be doing at the Bling Fest that I'm over the top about. And we also, one of the things that was requested is a contest. So we're going to have a contest, but I'm not going to go into details any more than that. So I'm super excited about that, a blinging contest. And of course, at the Bling Fest, so for those, I'm going to go ahead on and Miss Joyce, yeah, Klarna is there for payments. Affirm you can use for payments if you have an Affirm account. And if you have, you can check with your Affirm. Afterpay is what I meant to say earlier. Afterpay you can do on our site, but the Affirm, you can check with Affirm and see. Affirm finances larger amounts, and you can done cutting already. But Affirm, you can do that. Halftime show was a disappointment. I don't fool with none of it, y'all. I swear I don't. I used to watch for the commercials. I don't even do that no more. All righty, my darlings. Let's go over to our cutting table because the template is done. The template is done. So let's go over to the cutting table and let me weed this and let y'all see us blinging these spandex pants. All right. Oh, that was share screen. That was not changing the camera. Girl, you know I am. Like, it's been that kind of day. I got stones all over the place over there, as you can see. Let's toss that over there. Boom. Let's grab the trackball. Let's grab the bell, because I don't know I have a bell over there in case we need to ring the bell. You can ring the... All right. So I also need to change this. No, this ain't the... Where is it? I know this ain't the best microphone, but it's a microphone, y'all. And then let me grab this off of the grab tech. Boom. Okay. All right. So here's our template to go with our ducky pants. Now, what I was mentioning earlier, somebody was, you know, whenever you are concerned on whether or not you can press stones on lycra, spandex, blah, 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 blah. What you need to do is do a small press in a small hidden area to see and make sure that the heat press doesn't overly crease or overly heat the area. I don't know how else to put it. It won't melt it, but it could just you know, kind of mess with the fabric a little bit. So it's the issue of the fabric taking 350 degrees versus not being able to put the stones on there, because the stones will go in there. Alrighty, so here is our heart and duckies. Holler, duckies. Okay, so let's get us, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna get no what's the face. All right, even though, is this a small? Nah, I'll be all right. So here are hearts. This one is SS6, this one is SS10, and this is the ducky facing that way, and that's the ducky facing that way, right? So let me get these stones up. I turn the heat press on so that we can make sure that when the time comes, we can press these. And let's grab these. And hopefully you guys are doing good tonight. And are you a type of person that would wear ducky pants? Please let me know in the chat. If you will wear ducky pants, put a heart or a thumbs up. And of course, I will be requiring photograph proof, just because I'm silly like that. Let's see, what color is that? That's blue diamond. This is jet black. Yep, this is jet black. So let's do a couple of duckies. And we'll bling a couple of duckies. Thank you, Sheila. But yeah, Bling Fest is on and popping. It is in Charlotte, North Carolina. In case you were unaware, it will be an event here in Charlotte, and Charlotte is awesome sauce. Okay, Charlotte is a pretty cool place to come visit, and everything is all in the same area, so you don't have to do a bunch of traveling when you come. Okay, so here's one ducky, there's the other duck, and we're going to, let's see, that's the back, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that was the back, so this is the front. Okay. Now, some of the duckies are half, right? And if you come across a half a ducky, then, you know, you can kind of like cut the template, rather, not the pants. You can cut the template and, you know, work it in or whatever you need to do. This type project is a great scrap buster for your scrap pieces of flock and your scrap pieces of tape. This is perfect for that type application. So you don't have to, you know, use up a whole thing of tape and a whole thing of block. So FYI, it's a fun little project to do to help you get some extra bling out of life. Okay, so here's a ducky that's facing this direction. So let's lay this on, make sure we're good. Look at that, y'all. Oh my God, how perfect could that have not been? Okay, and then we got a couple of two little dots. Like I could leave that dot, make it look like that's his little nostril. But I'm gonna take it off. And let's take that one off. Boom. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. I couldn't have gotten more perfect than that. Thank you, Sheila Cushionberry. Okay. So this ducky is facing that direction, and then that's the front of that duck. So let's see. Heat press is probably going to be finishing up here any moment because that heat press heats up really quick. I have the HTV Press 2 in purple. Hey, Shirley Dabney, welcome. Alrighty. So here's the other ducky. Boom up. Got a little black by his rump. Are you stuck with some glue or something? Well, we'll put him there in a minute. All right, and so there's that ducky. Okay, I'm gonna grab this stone. I don't know why that didn't come up. Probably had a little glue string or something. All right. Yep, there we go. So the heat press is ready, Freddy. Let's see. We'll slide those over. Slide you over. So if you get one and it looked like it's, you know, kind of off a little bit, you can manipulate these with your, through the tape with your nails. And so I'm just going to scrape off these off the back side because as you see, they're overlapping, or, you know, the pants end, and I don't want stones on the back. Now on my jeans, I did kind of wrap it around, but I'm not going to do that on here. Even though once I put them on, because I have the thunder thighs, it'll probably, you know, stretch it out and then it'll show, but it's all right. We're going to go with what we see and let the stones just be on the front right here. Okay. So look, both duckies have the bling around them. There's a heart. So let's grab us a heart because we can press all this at the same time. Let's get some icy candy apple because that looks kind of close to that color. And I'm going to do SS10, even though I got some SS6 up here somewhere. But I'm going to go with SS10 for right now. And bring these in. Welcome to those who may be just now coming in. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. We would love to have you a part of our blingy community. Let's see. Let's grab this piece of tape right here. Let's see if this one was the right fit. And boom, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What that dog do on what that meme these people be doing? Ooh, ooh, ooh. When the wolf go to howl, instead of hearing the wolf howl, they make the wolf sing. It's funny. Look at that. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, so let's do this one. Let's do another heart. Right here. And these folks for the Bling Fest did not. This year I was able to work it out where I didn't have to change the price, even though the price of everything else is going up. I did not have to change the price. They out for a heifer. I'm so excited. Okay, So this one, I don't want to cut the tape. The tape comes out over the top of that heart. So I'm just going to come up here where I can press and, you know, not have to worry about getting the stones and pressing on top of tape. Okay, so we got the beep, beep, beep on the heat press. Let's go ahead and press this and show you what that looks like. So as you see, you can just keep going, you know, just keep repeating the same thing to get it to cover the whole front of these pants because the pattern repeats. All right, and why is it 390 degrees? Oh my God, that is entirely too hot. So I didn't have to press that long at all. Let's turn that down. So I pressed it a little itty bitty bit because that was too hot for these stones. Let's see if they stuck. They still stuck, but you see that? Look how that, it was too hot for the fabric. It didn't mess up the fabric. I think that'll change once they cool back down, but you gotta be careful. I was not paying attention to that. That's a darn shame. Look, it even, you can tell it was sublimated because that was sublimation temperature and it took the ink off. Let me turn that down. Let's go here. There we go. Leave that there. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So hopefully I didn't take too much off and mess up my stuff. But you can see, here's the spandex. And there's the bling that's on it. And you stretch it so it doesn't cause a problem to wear them. And the stones are there. So we can go down and keep adding hearts, keep adding ducks, keep adding all over these pants to make some unique blingy pants. Some hot pants. Let's bling another duck or two and another couple of hearts. And then we'll wrap this right on up. It's something fun, you know, because sometimes, even though I love bling shirts, I will never not love bling shirts. Love my bling shirts. But sometimes just the bling shirt ain't enough because I want more bling than that. So I want some bling breeches, okay? So this way you can get you some blingy breeches. It'd be really cute. Or don't play. We could find some white pants, spandex, and sublimate you some hearts or something on there, and then bling those. Make your own stuff. You ain't got to be ducks. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with a scanner, some stones, and some time. Be creative, and you can be different from everybody else. Everybody else wearing plain old ducky pants. No, I'm out here wearing the blinged out ducky pants. Yeah, that was too hot. But that's why I said you gotta check your stuff and make sure the right temperature, even though I did it wrong. I couldn't blend on my pants unless they were on the bottom of my. Yeah, Beth, that's how I am. On my jeans and my sweatpants, they're in the way. Not in the way, that's the wrong word. They're where my hands fall on my legs, like if I'm sitting and I'm just resting my hands. And I find myself doing this. Rubbing the stones. And it's not that I want to, it's I have to. So I'm tactile like that as well. Which is why I also said I would not put the bling on the back of the leg because I know I would feel them through the pants when I'm sitting. So I wouldn't do that either. But I'm going to bling this heart and try and hopefully take away some of the look of the take away some of the look of those squares that I tore out the frame. The super high heat pressing it anyway. I should have known better. All right, up black stone. Boom. Okay. Get another square. There's another square, but there's a lot of projects you can do with the rhinestones. And let's see, that ducky is right there. That ducky is down there. That ducky is right there. That's on the front. We'll see. And now we're down. Temperature is further down, so we shouldn't have any issues with this. So a little frustrated. I had that up so high and didn't take the time to look. But that's what happens when you bling wearing hot mama red. This red is smoking hot mama stuff. I wish I could show y'all that picture of me in that first dress though. Sure. Kid you not. Look on his face. Classic. Loved it. It was fun. See, I've turned the temperature down the way it's supposed to be, and it didn't do the tape like the first one. It was too hot. But there we go. We got some bling on the ducks. And it's not super apparent. And this is just, you know, for me to hang out or whatever. So I'm not super upset about the squares. I'm agitated because that's not what I wanted. But, and it was a easy mistake that could have been avoided by just paying attention and not pressing it anyway. But I pressed it anyway. So I caused myself that conundrum. All right, so let's take this one. I'm going to go ahead and take this out and that out ahead of time, so I ain't got to do it afterwards. Let's see if I can cause myself more problems at a non-sublimatable temperature, because this got some of that yellow. That's the same spot. So yeah, there's blue under there. There we go. There's that. And on the ducky. Look at that. I'm probably gonna mess up. Watch. I'm gonna do it anyways, just to prove the point to myself. There we go. Much better. Okay. And then let's throw a couple of hearts on there so that we can maximize our press time. And then move on. And there's that. Where is that other piece? No, Sheila, I don't think that's a heat mark. I think it kind of like took the actual color off, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think I've torn that all the way up. Okay, so there's that one, and I'm gonna do this one down here that you can't see. Even though I could do that, I just had to lift the tape and get it out from on top of that heart. There's that. Let's pick this up. Let's move this up. so that we can put this up under it. There we go. And make sure when I put this back down that this tape doesn't go up under any of those stones. And there's that. And so let's press. You got your beanie done? Holler. I did wind up going and getting more yarn because I found a bag. I saw those marks. I'm hoping not either, but I did find a bag that I want to do, and I'm just like, why? Nope, it didn't. Well, it transferred just a little itty bitty bit, but because the temperature was a lot lower than it should be for sublimation, it didn't transfer completely. So there you go. So I would personally take time and go through and bling some more, so that it'll kind of like match a little bit. Like I would bling that one since this one is done. Let's go here. Yeah, see, no, that's not, that ain't coming out. That's, I took the ink away basically because it was too hot. But I would do probably another heart, another duck, so that it would be kind of uniform. But there we go. So this is, again, this is spandex. So like you can stretch these stones aren't coming off as long as you press them at the 350 degrees for your 10 to 15 seconds, depending upon, you know, what you're working with. I would probably, because like these are, what's the word I want to use? I got these off of Amazon. So probably not the best ink quality on these, because you could tell like they were sublimated or whatever because of how quickly that ink came off. So that being the case, I would probably press at the 350 degrees or lower. You can go as low as 325, and I would not do the full 50. I would do like 10 seconds with these so that you're not keeping heat on these pants because of the color fastness. Now, if you get another pair that's color fast and it's not, you know, so a plain pair or something like that, something that's not as, I want to say inexpensive, but that's not the word I want to use. But anyway, long story short, you can lower the temperature, but definitely check, do a test press in an indescript location where, you know, you really won't see it that good, and see how the ink handles with the heat without worrying about pressing the rhinestones. Just see how it does with the heat. Okay. And that's where you want to go with that. But here we go. So let's move back to the other. I would bling some more. What time we got? Oh, we got 15 minutes. Let's bling one more duck and one more heart. Two more ducks. Two ducks. Two more ducks. And one more heart. Two more ducks and one more heart. We should have time for that. All right. And both ducks are facing this way, so I have to do this one twice. And then we'll be done. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you guys here for Bling Fest. It is in October. October the 24th and 25th. 24th is the dinner. 25th is the actual Bling Fest. So if you can make it, that will be awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Okay, here's one duck. And it was a whole duck, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see. Pretty much a whole duck. We're going to do him and him. So both of them are. There we go.
y'all. Get you lined up just right, sir. All right, and do one more and then one heart. And this is like if you have a small amount of stones, like you've done a couple of projects with your, if you get 20 gross and you got a couple of projects done and then you're just down to a few stones, this is a good project to get rid of, not get rid of, but to use a smaller amount of stones that you might have left over. So this is an option as well. Bring you down. We're gonna get rid of these two again. And then let's get another piece of tape. Let's do you. And then I'm gonna do this. Use that for a heart. Hopefully I don't forget that I put that right there. There's that duck. Let's do this duck. Or should I have done that duck? Let's do this duck. There's that one, and we'll do this heart down here. When your stones start to stick in the brush, get a new brush head. It's time to change it. Oh, there's that. There's this. And let's do this heart. Alrighty, that's that. 10:49. Get you over here on the heat press. And that duck. Okay. Make sure that they're on the heat press in the right place. Alrighty, y'all. Super cute. OMG. Oh, that's super cute. I like the blingy duckies. That was a good idea. Mr. McCrackens and Sue Cushionberry. That's super cute. I like it. And so I use jet black for the outline around the duckies. So that's like a subtle, you know, like, wait a minute, do I see them duckies blinging? Yes, you do. You see duckies blinging. Okay, so get your life because duckies bling around here. And then the hearts have the bling. Now, if I wanted to go all out, I'd do their beaks too. But I'm not going to do that. Mainly because I messed it up right here. If I hadn't messed it up right here, I'd bling this whole front panel, like all of the ducks, all the way down, and all of the hearts. But I messed up that front section. So we're just going to do a little bit. But there's the pants. So let's switch back over to the front camera. And let's get out of here. I appreciate you guys for coming to hang out with me in my glam session. I normally would have a wig
as well to, complete everything. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to wear the wig. Not tonight. So, my darlings, thank you so much for coming to join me tonight. Um, I wanted to let you guys know that the Bling Fest is on and popping. And I wanted to bling out some pants to show you just how easy it is to take something that was already designed and add bling to it. Okay. So, what we did tonight was we took this pair of pants and they're spandex. So, yes, you can bling on these without any issues. As you saw, they're blinged on. And once I put them on, it's a wrap. They're going to definitely be stretched. And you can scan this in with a scanner, flatbed scanner, or you can alternatively take a picture, like take a legit picture with your cell phone, email it to yourself, and then once you get the picture in, do the exact same thing that we did in Silhouette at the very beginning, where we got the tape measure, we measured the width of the duck and the width of the heart to get the right width, and then we put a box on there to make sure that when we expanded the picture or shrunk the picture, it was going to fit inside that box, just like the measurement that we got off of the pants. And so that helped us get a more accurate scale of the picture. And then we used our trace tool to trace each one of these designs that we wanted to put the bling on in order to bling the pants. Sharon Davenport, I left my bell over here. Why I keep leaving the bell? I bring the track ball, but I don't bring the bell. Hold on. Am I on my chair again? Yes. Sharon Davenport, thank you so very much for the. Wait a minute. You get a special one tonight. Hold on. You get a special one. Let's move this. You get a special bell ring. Hold on. Let's get it right. Hold on. Give me one moment. Let's get it together. Special bell ring. Okay. Bravo, darling. Bravo, darling. Bravo. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for supporting our channel. We appreciate it, darling. Thank you so much, darling. We appreciate the love over here on this channel. Thank you. Okay, you got a special ring. Yay! I can get these straps. Oh no, my glamorous earring fell out. I'm falling apart. So you know what that means, y'all. It's time to get up out of here. It's time to get up out of here. When your earring falls out, it's everything is giving up. Okay? It's giving up. So that's what this is. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Hey, DB. So thank y'all for coming to hang with me tonight. I appreciate it. In my glam session. Look, it's just not going to stay. That's why I don't wear the post type earrings. But at any rate. So hopefully I'm going to take a picture in these tomorrow. So, wait a minute. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? If it's supposed to rain tomorrow, I may not take a picture tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to have to take a picture in these so that y'all can see how they look with the ducky bling and go from there. So, but thank you. Tucking the twins in for the night. Right? Might as well. Even though I don't know. The mister kind of liked this dress, so we might see. So at any rate, thank you. You guys know. Ooh, Jesus. So thank y'all so very much for coming to hang out with me. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed learning how to do that. I know it wasn't, like fast paced and a whole lot of fun and a bunch and stuff, but it's definitely something that you can put a pin in this video, this live, and come back and watch it again whenever you decide you want this, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pants. It could be a shirt that you find that's super cute, and it has a design on it, and you're like, you know what? This needs some bling. Guess what? You can bling it as long as it's not vinyl. Okay. So like if you get a shirt, a t-shirt, I don't have one because I don't really care for vinyl on shirts, but meaning buying them myself from a store. Why? I can make it myself. But at any rate, when you find a shirt, if it has vinyl on it or screen print, you cannot put the well, you can put the rhinestones on there. They're not going to stay. Okay. As soon as you wash them, all them stones is going to come right off. But if you find a shirt and it's sublimated, or you don't feel like, if you rub on the shirt and you don't feel like a plasticky texture of whatever the design is that you want the rhinestones on top of, then you should be okay to press the rhinestones to it. But yeah, you can definitely do that with, adding rhinestones to something and glamming it up, because we like to be glammed up. I'm just saying. So at any rate, thank y'all for coming to hang out with me. I'm gonna kick out of here 3 minutes early because it's gonna take 3+ to unhook me from all of this and untie me out of this dress. And I need to give Mr. McQuackins a head start because he got to help me get up out this dress, because I can't do it by myself, y'all. I tried, and I can't. Like I told him, y'all remember the movie Gone with the Wind? Who remembers Gone with the Wind? In that part in Gone with the Wind, when Mammy was pulling the corset on the back of her dress to suck her into the, yeah, that's pretty much what we had going down just before the live. And so we got to undo all that. It's gonna take time, y'all. So at any rate, thank y'all for coming to hang out, and I appreciate all of you. And until the next time we see you all, I want to see blingy ducky pants. I'm just saying. Y'all have a good night, y'all. Bye.